Jai Vishnupada Paramahamsa Prabhupada Shruta Sadasya Sima Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada ki Jai Vishnupada Shri Gaura Kishore Das Maharaj ki Jai Vishnupada Satchidananda Shri Bhakti Thakur ki Jai Vishnupada Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Shri Jagannath Das Maharaj ki Jai Shri Rup Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Ji Bhagopal Bhatta Das Shri Goswami Prabhu ki Namacharya Shri Haridas Thakur ki प्रेम से गो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की श्री श्री गौरांगी बैंगलोर ईश्वर भगवान की श्री श्री what is the name of the any name for this or श्री श्री सच्चिदानंद निताय नटराज भगवान की श्री मायापुर धाम की श्री वृंदावन धाम की गंगा मई की जय यमुना मई की जय भक्ति देवी की जय तुलसी देवी की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वंदे की जय श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की इस्कॉन वर्तमान गुरु वंदे की जय समावित भक्त वृंद की जय गौर प्रेमानंदे all glories to the assembled all glories to the assembled all glories to the assembled all glories to assembled body, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, all glories to Srila Prabhupada ki. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam. देवीं सरस्वती व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिः Hare Krishna. Welcome you all to this today's celebration of Gaura Purnima festival. How many are new today for the first time? Anybody new? Anyone new for the first time? 1, 2, okay, 3, 4. Okay. Anybody who is attending Gaura Purnima festival for the first time? So many are fairly good numbers. Okay. So you don't know who is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, or you know about it. Okay. Everybody who understands English? Everybody? Anybody who doesn't understand? Anybody who needs a translation? Nobody. Hindi mein. So can somebody translate in Hindi? Online, no, but not word to word.
Hindi devotees can see that side.
Because I want everyone to hear. That is the purpose we are assembling.
Can you translate Hindi? You can translate. Okay. Hindi devotees can sit that side so that Mataji will translate. Okay. Huh? Hindi devotees. हिंदी डिवोटीज पीछे जाइए. हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन चाहिए. जिसको हिंदी ट्रांसलेशन चाहिए वो थोड़ा पीछे जा सकता है ताकि माता जी ट्रांसलेट करके आपको हिंदी में बोलेंगे. ठीक है. जिसको इंग्लिश चाहिए वो इधर बैठिए. जो लोग हिंदी में इंग्लिश में समझ सकते हैं वो लोग इधर बैठ सकते हैं. If you can understand English, sit here.
See, my Hindi is not very perfect. So इधर ही पीछे बैठ जाइएगा.
माता जी के पास बैठिए.
Okay. Others can come forward.
Yeah.
Even they can come a little bit forward if they want to. Am I audible, Mataji? Who is translating? Am I audible? Okay, okay. So, this occasion of celebrating Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's appearance is a very, very important occasion in the life of Vaishnavas. I'll tell you why. Most of the people know about Krishna, they know about Radharani, but very few know about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now, as you all may be knowing till now, that we all have come to this material world due to our tendency to enjoy separately from the Lord. It's something else. Okay. So the Lord also appears in every age. There are 4 yugas. Lord appears in every age with different means of deliverance. For example, the beginning of the age is Satya Yuga. Satya Yuga is a place where every time when everyone was normally religious, and the Lord, the process of deliverance for that age was meditation for thousands of years, 50,000 years. People would live for 100,000 years, and the process of deliverance or meditation for 30,000, 40,000, 56, 50,000, 60,000 years, and so forth. Then came Treta Yuga, and the method of deliverance in Treta Yuga was performing sacrifices. Many of you might have seen sacrifices, Homa, and all going on. This was a method of deliverance during that age, Treta Yuga. Then came Dwapara Yuga. The extent of religious practices started reducing with every age, and the process of deliverance was deity worship, worshipping the Lord, like we have seen here today. And in this age, Kali Yuga, which is full of quarrel and hypocrisy, people are less intelligent. They don't want to practice religion. If you see, generally, most of the people, they don't want to go to temple. They don't believe in God, and they think that they are happy themselves. And the Lord knows that people are very less intelligent. So he gave a very easy means of deliverance, because in this age, even deity worship is not practically possible to maintain the standards of purity, practice, etc. So the Lord gave a very easy process of deliverance, that is chanting the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Rama, Hare Hare. So in every age, the Lord appears as an incarnation and gives the process of deliverance. But only in the age of Kali Yuga, the Lord doesn't take an incarnation. Rather, it is said that he comes as a covered incarnation, and he came to appear. He appeared to basically give the process of everyone to chant the Maha Mantra and be delivered in this age. There is no other way other than chanting the holy name of the Lord. So, if you look at, basically, the Lord is one. There is only one God, that is Krishna. But he expands in many forms to assist in his pastimes. For example, he expands from Krishna to Balarama. He expands from Krishna to Srimati Radharani. Many of them may not be knowing, to assist him in his pastimes. The same Lord, one Krishna, he expands as Krishna and Srimati Radharani. And the same Lord appears in Kali Yuga as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That means the one Lord expands first in Krishna and Radharani, and in Kali Yuga, the Lord combines again Krishna and Radha to become Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Basically, is Lord Krishna himself, but he comes in the mood of Srimati Radharani. So, many reasons for that. We may not be able to dwell into all the reasons today, because many of you are new also, and we may not have the time. So, we'll see how the Lord appeared, where he appeared, how he spread the Sankirtana movement. So, there is a very famous sloka which I will recite. You need not have to recite with me, but just gives an indication of who they are and what they are. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared along with 4 associates, and that is what is described in this sloka. Panchatattvaatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Sarupam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakti Shaktikam. That means that whenever the Lord comes, he doesn't come alone. He comes with his associates, Balarama or Srimati Radharani and so forth. So when he appeared in this age, he Krishna appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Balaram appeared as Sri Nityananda Prabhu. And then Advaita Acharya, he was a combined incarnation of Sri Mahavishnu and Lord Sadashiva, both Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. Gadadhara Pandit was an incarnation of Srimati Radharani. And lastly, Srivas Pandita, who appeared as a devotee of the Lord, he was an incarnation of Narad Muni himself. So if you see the picture on the extreme left, you'll find all the 5 of them. In the center is Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Uh, my, on his left is Nityananda Prabhu. On the extreme left is Advaita Acharya. You'll see him with a beard, who is the incarnation of Shiva and Mahavishnu. And on the other side, you will find on the right side of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you will find Gadadhara Pandita, who is an incarnation of Srimati Radharani. And on the extreme right is Srivas Pandita, who was an incarnation of Narad Muni. So all the five of them appeared with gap of few years to spread this Sankirtana movement. And most of these pastimes took place in, I mean, they all appeared in West Bengal and nearby areas, Navadvip and nearby areas. But then later on, the Lord moved to Puri and performed his pastimes and then he came on a tour of South India. Even in South India, there are many places he visited. Of course, he visited Udupi. If any of you have gone to Udupi, there's a mention of how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu visited there during a visit to South India. So like that, he traveled all over and spread this Sankirtana movement. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself appeared as a devotee. So Nityananda Prabhu appeared as an expansion of the devotee, and Advaita Acharya is an incarnation of a devotee himself, and Gadadhar appeared as an energy of the Lord. So this is how all the five of them they appeared to deliver the conditioned souls like us. Now the first three, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nityananda Prabhu, Advaita Acharya, they are called predominators, but both Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu also serve the Supreme Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That's how they perform their pastimes. So going back to the appearance, it is said that one time Lord Krishna and Rukmini Devi were talking to each other in Dwarka. So at that time Narad Muni appeared. And Narad Muni is a pure devotee of the Lord. His only service is travel all over the universe with his Veena, spreading the glories of the Lord. So Narad Muni came there, and when Krishna and Rukmini were talking to each other, and Narad Muni's face was very small. He was having a disappointed or disgruntled face. So Krishna received him, washed his feet, Pada Abhishekam he did, and made him sit down. And then Krishna asked Narad Muni, "What is wrong? I see that you are very much disappointed. Why your face is very saddened?" Narad Muni said, "What to tell you, it is very difficult to understand the situation today with Kali Yuga." He said, "I have traveled all over the universe, but people are reluctant to chant your name and chant your glories, and they are only used to committing sinful activities. They are not interested in the very name religion. So my concern is, how can these living entities be delivered? Because somehow, I mean, it is said that devotees of the Lord have a lot of compassion on others, in the sense on conditioned souls like us. So Narada Muni expressed this to the Lord, and immediately the Lord said, "Don't worry, I will appear in the Kali Yuga in a different form to deliver these conditioned souls. I will come here and spread the name of the holy name of the Lord. That is the easiest means of deliverance, and by which people can be delivered." So Krishna also said, "I don't know if you remember, there is one previous pastime that happened in one of the yugas where he said that I will come and give not only free the name, holy name freely, but I will also give prasad, Mahaprasad freely to all the devotees." So Narad Muni asked, "What was that pastime?" So Krishna was trying to make Narad Muni recollect what was that pastime. So it so happened that Krishna, Narad Muni, all of them were sitting. At that time, Narad Muni, when he came here, uh, Krishna was just finished having his prasad, and he came to uh, Rukmini Devi. He served Rukmini Devi for a very long time. They said some 18 days or something, continuously served Rukmini Devi. So she said, "Now that you have served me for so many days, ask me whatever benediction boon you want." Now, she didn't know what was in Narad Muni's mind. He came with an intention that I must somehow get Mahaprasad from Lord. Now, it is not very easy to get Mahaprasad from Lord. So she said, "You have served me. I'm very happy with whatever service you have rendered. Please ask whatever you want." Narad Muni said, "I don't know how to ask, but this is my only desire is I want Krishna's Mahaprasad." So Rukmini Devi, when she heard this, she was shocked. He said, "You have asked something that I cannot give, and I don't have any capacity to give. However, please wait. I will check with my Lord. But I don't know. I have no power to give. Even he has told me strictly not to give Mahaprasad to anybody." Then she went to the Lord himself and asked. She said that I have made a blunder. I have made a big mistake. I have not asked you, but I straight away, Narad Muni served me and he asked me that he wants some Mahaprasad from me. Immediately the Lord said, "You should not have done this without asking me, because this Mahaprasad is so potent that it can purify any sinful person also. Now, who gets this and who, I don't know." So, but then he said, "Do one thing, with silently, without telling anybody, I'll give you some Mahaprasad. You just go and give it to Narad Muni only, not to anybody else." So Narad Muni was waiting and he came. Rukmini gave him the Mahaprasad. As soon as he had that Mahaprasad, his total form changed. He became very blissful, he became very happy. He started dancing, chanting, and all these things. Then he could not keep quiet. What he did was he went to Mount Kailash. There, Shiva was there sitting with Parvati, and they asked Narad Muni, "What is this? Suddenly you are so much ecstatic," and all those things. At that time, uh, Shiva, when he was alone, Narad Muni said, "I went to Vaikuntha." And the Lord, actually, when he went there, the Lord said, "I will come in this form." And the Lord revealed Gauranga Mahaprabhu's form to Narad Muni only. And Narad Muni, when he saw that form, he was bewildered. He fell unconscious, but afterwards he got up. So he revealed to Lord Shiva, only Lord Shiva, that I saw that form of Gauranga Mahaprabhu. When I saw that beautiful form, golden color, I couldn't control myself and I felt unconscious, and I fell down myself. Later on, I regained my consciousness. Then uh, he said, "I got a." Shiva asked, "Have you got anything for me from Narayana?" He said, "I've got little Mahaprasadam. If you want, I can give you that. That is all." Because Shiva asked, "You have gone and met a great person. You must give me some blessing, no?" So he said, "I've got one little Mahaprasadam," and he gave it to Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva took it, and after he had that Mahaprasadam, he started dancing very heavily, to the extent that the whole earth started to tremble. You know, the last annihilation, when it takes place, the whole earth shakes very badly. Tandava Nitya or something like that, they say. So Shiva was started dancing so ecstatically, all the demigods, everybody started getting worried. This is not the time for annihilation. What is going on? So Narad, Shiva went to Parvati. Parvati asked, "What you are doing? You are dancing like this. You are disturbing the whole world." Shiva said, he narrated the whole incident, how Narad Muni came to him and gave little prasadam. And with that prasadam, Shiva was feeling very, very ecstatic. Parvati immediately asked, "You didn't think of me all these days? You don't know that both of us are only one? How did you eat that Mahaprasadam yourself?" So she said, "Today I'm taking a vow that I will see that in one age, the Lord will give the Mahaprasadam freely to everybody. That will also come. That is the time Lord Vishnu came there. He said, "I will fulfill your promise, whatever you have given. I will appear as Lord Jagannath." When Krishna appears as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he will spread the holy name, but I will give free Mahaprasadam to everybody. Because prasadam you can't get freely everywhere. So that is how Krishna appeared as Jagannath in Kali Yuga. So these are two forms they appeared, and together they all performed a lot of pastimes during Rath Yatra. I don't know how many of you have heard or seen the Rath Yatra. Anybody has seen? One, two. So during Rath Yatra, three, four, couple of them. So during Rath Yatra, the Lord is carried as Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. And that is the time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu dances in front of the Rath Yatra doing Kirtan. I'll come to that later, depending on the time that is available to us. So this is how Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in the womb of Mother Sachi, and her husband was Jagannath Mishra. So they appeared in the month of Falguna, that is this month, on a full moon night, that was day before yesterday. And it is said when he appeared, all the demigods like Brahma, Shiva, all great demigods also came to see. And there was a total famine at that time. There was no food, shortage of scarcity of water, etc. But when Chaitanya, this his name was Nimai. So when he appeared, the entire famine disappeared. And that is one reason different names are given to him. So all the demigods also came and they offered chamara and all those things. And when Narad Muni came after seeing all these things, he told all the demigods, you all, Lord is going to appear as Gauranga Mahaprabhu, and you all have to appear as his associates to perform his pastimes. So that is why when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared, many devotees also appeared. Demigods appeared as devotees of the Lord. They all performed so many pastimes. These pastimes are described in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mangala, Chaitanya Bhagavat, in all these books, and the wonderful pastimes that the Lord performed. So when when Nimai appeared, when the moment he appeared, then he started crying very, very loudly, and he won't stop at all. So they would be wondering why is he crying? Well, normally, when a child is born, they cry a lot. So wondering why is he crying so much? Then the Lord is seated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. So he inspired all the ladies to chant the name of the Lord, Hari, 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 like that. Then the lady started chanting Hari, 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 Hari. Then he would stop crying. That means right from his birth, he made everybody to sure that they all chant the name of the Lord. So that was the first pastime that he did when he appeared in this material world. So every time he would cry, they would understand that we have to chant the name of Hari. And they would start chanting and he would stop. The moment they stop, he would start crying. So this is how he made everyone stand the holy name of the Lord. Then, right from his birth, he was a very mischievous boy, very, very mischievous. They performed all the samskaras for him. Before Mahaprabhu appeared, there were 8 daughters who were born to Mother Sachi, and all of them left their bodies. After that, he had one elder brother who was named as Vishwarupa. Now, Vishwarupa was also an expansion of Balaram, but what happened was they thought that he would remain as a Grihastha and he would assist everybody. But what happened was, as he grew up, he had association with Advaita Acharya. Advaita Acharya's house he used to go, he used to hear Krishna Katha and all so forth. So finally, one day, Mother Sachi and Jagannath Mishra decided they will get him married. What he did was, the moment he realized that he was going to be married, he left his home without telling anybody. So they had nobody. Then that is how finally the last son was Nimai. So there was nobody other than Nimai to take care of father and mother. Vishnu had already left home. So from the beginning, right from his birth, he had some inclination to chant the name of the Lord. They all do the other samskaras, like for example, they at a young age they keep paddy, Bhagavatam, gold, and all those things. When they asked him to pick up, he picked up Srimad Bhagavatam. That is when they realized that he is going to be a religious person. But they didn't know how he is going to be in the future, what and all. So, right from his young age, he displayed his inclination to inspire others to take up religious life. That is how he was, right from his childhood. One day in his house, outside his house, there was a compound like a thing. So he started crawling. He was a very mischievous boy from the beginning. For example, he would go to neighbor's house. He will, if there were children, he would make them cry. And when he makes them cry, he will come off back to his home. So the children's mothers would complain to Mother Sachi that this is what he has come. He has made my son also cry and he went away. Otherwise, he would go to all the neighbors' house. Whatever was there, they had cooked. He will eat and come back. If nothing was there, if some pots were there, he will break the pots, run back and come back home. So this way, it was very difficult to control him. So Mother Sachi also said they tried to console. Why you are doing all these things? Then they put him into school. When they put him into school, generally we think child is put into school, he'll become very obedient. And when they put him into school, he actually picked up the sutras. There are many yoga sutras. So the teacher was Gangadas Pandita, who was Sandipani Muni in Krishna's pastime. You all might have heard Sandipani Muni. Krishna went to Muni's ashram and learned Vedas there under him. The same Sandipani Muni appeared as Gangadas. So the Gangadas would teach a single sutra. He doesn't have to teach Nimai again. So he would grasp everything on one stroke and he would learn everything in a very short time. So even in the school, there were many students. What he will do is he will call somebody. Please give this meaning for this statement. They will explain. What Nimai would do is he will say that this is wrong. He will give his version and he will say that this is correct. Even if that version is wrong, he will prove it as correct. That means he was such an exalted scholar right from his young age. He can prove even a wrong statement as correct. He can convince that the true statement is also wrong. This way, what he would do is he will defeat anybody, even in his childhood. So he was considered as a very great scholar. They are very close associates. One was Murari Gupta. Murari Gupta was Hanuman in Lord Rama's pastime. He appeared as Murari Gupta. So constantly he would call Murari Gupta, please come here. I want to discuss with you. He will call him, say that what is this? He will say something. Again, he will defeat Murari Gupta also. To the such an extent that nobody wants to go near Nimai. They will all want to avoid him because they knew that if they go near him, he will get into an argument and he will defeat them. So this way, even as in his childhood, he used to perform a lot of pastimes. One pastime in his childhood was in the wall compound when he was there. That was the stage he was crawling. The babies crawl like that. He was crawling stage. A snake came to their compound and it en- completely encircled Nimai. Now all the ladies and all they saw that, they started screaming, snake, 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 but they didn't know what it is. But as soon as they started screaming, the snake started to leave. But Nimai was trying to withhold the snake back with him. The snake wants to leave, but Nimai wants to hold that snake. That snake was none other than Ananta. Ananta is an expansion of Lord Balaram. So Lord wanted to embrace Balaram, but they thought that it's a normal snake. So then finally the snake went off. Uh, his intelligence level was such that there was nobody who could defeat him. So one time it is said that there was a Brahmana who came there. He was a well versed, knowledgeable Brahmana who was passing by and he entered into his father Jagannath Mishra's house. So when they saw this Brahmana, they thought that he's such a great person. Those days, Brahmanas used to be given a lot of respect due to their knowledge and austerity, etc. This Brahmana had Shaligram Shila and a Balagopal also. Balagopal, you might have seen Laddu Gopal. So this Brahmana brought that And Jagannath Mishra, being a Brahmana, he said, "We are very fortunate to have a guest like you in our house. And please, we will make all the arrangements for you. You can cook, offer it to the Lord, and you can honor the prasadam." Brahmana was very, very happy. So they made all the arrangements. He started cooking. The Brahmana started cooking. And after cooking, as a practice, Brahmanas offered to the Lord. He started reciting the mantras, and he invited the Lord to accept this boga. We call it boga until it is offered. After it is offered, it becomes prasad. So the moment he started offering, Nima as a small boy, he would come, eat that whatever is cooked, and he will go away. Now everywhere, when a child eats, it will scatter around the mouth. The Brahmana would get very angry because he has offered to the Lord. He doesn't know this boy. So first time this happened, he told Jagannath Mishra that your son has eaten what I have cooked for offering to the Lord. Even before it was offered, he has eaten. So leave it. His father, Nimai's father, got very angry. He said, I will beat this boy and bring him some sort of a discipline in him. That Brahmana said, "You are a Aryan, you are a knowledgeable Brahmana. There's no point in beating the child. Instead, you try to advise him." So, father tried to advise Nimai that don't do these things. Then they said, "Now I've already taught him, you please cook again." Uh, So, the Brahmana cooked again. And this time, what happened was, as soon as he started to offer, ting, 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 he took the same food again. The Brahmana got very, he told Jagannath Mishra that this is what your son has done again. What to do, I don't know. Your boy is very mischievous. Jagannath Mishra said, "I will beat him today." But then Vishwarup was there. Vishwarup, the elder brother, this happened before he left his home. Vishwarup said, "I will take care of him." They took him in the next door and locked him so that he cannot come out. And the lady said, "We will take care of him." Then they told the Brahmana. Brahmana said, "No, I can stay put with fruits, and that's enough for me." Jagannath Mishra said, "No, no, whatever has happened, I beg forgiveness. Now you please cook again." So he cooked again. Child is locked. People are there to take care of him. The Lord is very, even at that time, he was good in illusory potency. He put everyone to sleep, induced sleep on everyone. He came out, there is nothing impossible for him to do. He came out and he started taking the offering. The Brahmana saw this. "Oh, you have come again. So many times I have cooked, you are not allowing me to eat." Nimai said, "You are ringing the bell. You are offering prayers by which you are calling me. You call me and ask me to eat. Am I eating? Why are you getting upset with this?" Then that is the time the Brahmana could not believe. Then Nimai showed his eight-handed form to this Brahmana. And four hands were Shankachakra Gadapadma, two hands were in one hand butter, other hand eating, and two hands were Kirtan and Veena and all those things. So when the Brahmana saw that, he was literally, he didn't have any words to say. Because he is calling the Lord, he didn't realize that he's calling the Lord. So finally, he saw and he thought that he was very, very blessed to have seen the Lord himself. Then the Lord told him, "This should be very confidential. Nobody in the house should know about this." So after everything, mother, father, everybody came. "Did you have your food?" He said, "Yes, I've had. I'm very, very satisfied. Your son has not disturbed me." So the Lord revealed his form to show that we pray to the Lord, we serve the Lord. I mean, the nine processes of devotional service: Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, Vandanam, Archanam, Dasyam, Bhakyam. So many processes of devotional service there. What we are doing is hearing. Shravanam and Kirtanam is the most important of these two. So when we hear, that is also a service to the Lord. It's not different. When we offer the Lord's cooking, we speak about the Lord. When we are doing Kirtan or we hear about the Lord, they are all at one absolute platform. So the Lord becomes pleased by the offerings or by the services of his devotee. At that time, the Lord engages his devotees in his service, personal service. In this case, this was a typical Brahmana episode where the Lord was very happy with his Brahmanas offering every day because he was cooking himself and he was offering with love. But he did not realize who this boy is. But the third or fourth time, he revealed who he was. This was one pastime that he did. Uh, another time, two thieves came. He was a small boy wearing a lot of golden ornaments and all those things. So they saw the boy beautiful, very attractive and beautiful, and a lot of jewelry, gold jewelry. So they said, "Come on." Nobody was there around. They said, "Come on, we'll take you home and we'll give you a lot of food stuff." So they kidnapped Nimai and they left. Now, after some time, the boy was missing. Nobody knew where Nimai is. So the ladies also started searching. Has he run away somewhere? Or why is he missing? Nobody knew. They were all praying. So in the meantime, the two thieves, one of them were carrying on the shoulder, other one was trying to help this third thief. They went around walking, walking, walking. They thought that there is a house they had. So they were thinking of taking Nimai to their house, take all the valuables and drop him back. So they planned, they are walking, walking, walking. They don't know where they are going. Finally, they came to Nimai's house only. The Lord has got that illusory potency. He can induce anybody Maya. He can do anything. He put these two thieves into Maya, and they were going around. Finally, they came back to their own house, Nimai's house. They thought, now if we go around, if somebody sees us, they will catch us. Better we drop the boy here and go. So they left the boy and went. So the Lord displayed his power right from his childhood. To what time I have to go? I can decide the past times accordingly. Another half an hour. Many times, even as a small boy, what he would do is he would go to the kitchen, whatever Sachimata has cooked, he will go take rice or whatever dal, whatever sabji they make, he will go and break everything and scatter everything in the room. Now, they didn't know who was doing all this mischief. They didn't know that Nimai was capable of doing all these things. So they were thinking that some thieves are coming because already one time Nimai was taken and brought back and all. And they were wondering that some ghost is coming to the house. The ladies and all said, some ghosts are coming. We should chant mantras for protection of your child. So they would chant, 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 and mantras for protection of the Lord. And these are some of the pastimes that nobody could understand what was going on. So Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi were worried that if ghosts are coming, we must do something for our child, protection of the child. So they tried to do so many samskaras and all this. This way, days passed with child Nima as a mischievous boy. So even I explained about the school pastimes where he exhibited a lot of scholarliness in his knowledge. The name Nimai was suggested because there were two names that were suggested. One was Vishwambara. Vishwambara means the sustainer of the whole world. He's the one who sustains the whole world. Without their understanding who he is, they suggested this name, ladies. The other name, Nimai, suggest was given because all the planetary indications were right at that time when he was born. I go to the next pastime, that is next age. Right from his youth, he was a very beautiful boy. I mean, they would get carried away seeing his beautiful smile and etc. He also induced everyone to dance, not only chant but also dance. Uh, I'm skipping some of the pastimes because they might take time and try to cover the rest. Right from the beginning, whatever Nimai would teach others, that everything has got a relationship with Krishna. So he would show to everyone at home and wherever he goes that whatever is there has to be used in the service of Krishna. That is how his teaching started right from an early age. Then the Lord started spreading the Sankirtana movement, as you all might have heard. And there were many who were protesting against that. One of them was this Kasi, you might have heard, Chand Kasi. Kasis are like the minister, chief minister, like that today for a particular region. And this Kasi was a Mohammedan person. And he was being a Muslim. He did not like the Hindus chanting the holy name of the Lord. There is some small variation in these pastimes between Chaitanya Charitamrita and Chaitanya Bhagavat, but they are all true. So in this one, which I am narrating, Mahaprabhu started the Sankirtan movement. He would gather all his associates and they say that they started doing the Nagar Kirtan. You do the Nagar Kirtan here? Initially, we did. Okay. Where the devotees gather around and we perform Kirtan in a group. That is what called group Sankirtan, Nagar Kirtan. So Nimai would gather all his associates and take them around to do this Nagar Kirtan. And this Chan Kasi, when he heard, he was very upset. He was thinking that if these Hindus start chanting the holy name of the Lord, our Muslim community's faith will reduce and they will become more popular. Because if you see, even in today Bengal, it's a thickly populated by Muslims where Navadvip, where Nimai was born. So when he started this, the Chankasi got very, very upset. And one time uh, they said that we must do something. Chankasi said that this time let them do the Nagar Kirtan. I will kill everybody and I will see how they will perform Kirtan anymore. This news went to Nimai and he said, now I will do one thing. Who can stop our Nagar Sankirtan? I will teach this Kasi a lesson. So he gathered all his associates and everybody carried a torch. Torch means not the electric torch. Those days, the flame torch that was there. He said everybody must carry a flame torch and we all will go together to Chankasi's house and we will see who stops us. So everybody agreed and they all gathered in a huge group. All the most of the people, everyone was because the movement of the Sankirtan was already growing. So everybody was interested. The Kirtan has got its own attractiveness. It attracts anybody. So the whole town said that yes, we all will go together. And this all Mahaprabhu led the Kirtan, Nimai, and then the others would follow. So there was so much of a crowd, the entire Navadvip, nobody could understand what was going on. And this news went to Kazi that they're all coming in a big gang. When Kazi heard this, he said, this Nimai was a scholar. Somebody has spoiled him, and he's spoiling everybody in this Navadvip. Now, the thing is, when they heard his spies heard the numbers, they came to see. But what happened was when they came to see what is happening, they also got enchanted by the hearing the kirtan, and they started chanting in the kirtan. So Kasi got upset that his own people are going and joining the kirtan. And even today, there are many Muslims in that Navadvip city. If you see, they will chant Krishna's name. They are Muslims, but they chant Krishna's name. That was the power that Mahaprabhu induced wherever he appeared and did this fasting. So finally, after they all went, they ransacked the whole house They destroyed Kasi's house, everything, and Mahaprabhu said, kill him, kill this Kasi, kill this Kasi." Then Mahaprabhu's associate came and said, "My dear Lord, you have appeared to spread the Sankirtana movement. Why do you want to kill him? You as a Sankarsana can kill him. Why you want to get involved into this? Because Balaram can kill. Lord never kills anyone on his own. Whatever killing he does, killing of the demons, etc., he does through his energy, either as Narayana or Vishnu, but he never kills anybody. So you might read in Srimad Bhagavatam also Lord killing demons, but he doesn't do it directly. So his associates, they said that, why do you want to do this now? He will be automatically, after seeing this, he would have got his lesson. He won't stop anybody. That was the last day that Kasi stopped. Of course, in the other Chaitanya Charitamrita, there's a pastime of how there's a long discussion between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Chand Kasi, how Kasi asked, why do you people, no, Mahaprabhu asked, why do you eat meat? And there's a long discussion. You Muslims kill cows and all. And there's a long discussion on Muslims generally behave in impersonalism. They believe that there is no form of the Lord, there is no name of the Lord. So in that long discussion, Mahaprabhu convinces Shankazi and he becomes convinced that yes, what is said in our scriptures is right. Whereas in Quran, they believe in impersonalism. So this is how Chankasi was defeated by Nima itself. One time, Lord not only performed his pastime in Navadvip, he also came to Puri. Uh, he- like I said, within the in the Rath Yatra, there he performed not many pastimes. One pastime during the Rath Yatra is that when the kirtan was before Rath Yatra, I'll go to one pastime. This Sankirtan pastime used to take place always in Srivas Pandita's house. If you go to Mayapur, you can see that Srivas Pandita's house where they used to perform throughout the night. They will perform pastimes. There were a lot of atheists who did not believe in God. So many would condemn, saying that why these people are disturbing everyone throughout the night. Maybe they are hungry, they are crying. They didn't know it is Sankirtan. They would say that they are all crying and unnecessarily disturbing everybody. Maybe they don't have money. So they are trying to beg and trying to pass in the night, so forth and pastime. They didn't know. So one time a Brahmana was there. This Brahmana was related to Srivas Pandita. He was the brother-in-law or somebody. So this Brahmana wanted to see the pastime, Sankirtan pastime. Srivas said that normally it is only for close associates. Outsiders are not allowed. But he was insistent. He somehow managed to convince. And sorry, it was mother-in-law. Mother-in-law. First time it was mother-in-law. He kept his mother-in-law hidden. Now they started the kirtan, and as they started kirtan, Mahaprabhu said, "I'm chanting and I'm dancing, but I'm not feeling that ecstasy. Is there someone hiding inside the house?" So Srivas Pandita went inside and he saw his mother-in-law was there. Immediately the Lord said, "You throw her out," and she was taken out. This she came herself hidden without anybody's knowledge. Next time another Brahmana came. That Brahmana was very, very austere. He never used to eat any solid food. He used to live only on milk and fruits and all. So he told Sivas that I want to observe this, see this Kirtana which the Lord is performing. So he went to Mahaprabhu. And he said there is one Brahmana who performs a lot of austerities and he wants to see your Kirtana. The first thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, I'm not convinced by anybody doing tapasya. I'm not convinced anybody doing austerities like this, living on fruits and milk and all those things. These things don't please me. You send the Brahmana out. So as he told, Srivas told, you can go out because Mahaprabhu is refused. As soon as he started going out, he started crying, thinking that he is so unfortunate that he is not able to see the Sankirtan. Mahaprabhu is situated in everyone's heart as Paramatma. So immediately he realized that this Brahmana was started to crying. Immediately he told he was called that Brahmana and he was called inside and he was allowed to see the pastime. The thing is that a lesson in all these pastimes. There is some lesson that we can take back home. We cannot please the Lord by performing any type of austerities. Like many people do that. Of course, whatever necessities are required, like observing Ekadasi, these things we have to observe. But artificially trying to do some austerities, which many people do to please the Lord, doesn't please the Lord at all. So what Lord is concerned is what mood are we? Because we are all separated part and parcels of the Lord, and we are bound to serve the Lord. There is no other engagement. Of course, to maintain our families, one has to work, one has to go to the school, everything has to be done. But we cannot compromise in our service to the Lordship. That is our constitutional position. For example, this hand is meant to serve the body, the leg is meant to serve the body. So, similarly, if we are not in a position to serve the Lord, it is like a diseased condition. And that is why we are always unhappy. But the moment we engage ourselves in the service of the Lord, our life transforms. So this is why the Lord appears every age in different forms and to teach us different lessons. So the thing is, we must try to understand what can we take from each of these pastimes. Now, coming to Puri, uh, every year during July or June, July, there is a festival called Rath Yatra, where Jagannath, Baladev, Subhadra are taken in a chariot and they go to Gundicha, and after 7 or 8 days they come back to that main temple. So in all these places, Mahaprabhu also would be there. In fact, when he came to Puri, he would stand at a far off place called Garuda Stamba. From there, he would see the Lord, and seeing the Lord, tears would come from his eyes, because that was actually an exhibition of how he exhibited the love of God. Many times people say we must fear for God. I'm sure until you came to ISKCON, you might have heard that we must fear, isn't it? But actually, we should not have any fear for Lord. We should develop love for Lord. That love can be developed when we serve Him. We serve our parents, we serve our children, we develop love for them, isn't it? Similarly, when we serve the Lord, we start developing a love for the Lord. And Mahaprabhu actually exhibited by serving the Lord, we can have that state. Of course, we can't imitate Mahaprabhu. Tears would come from his eyes whenever he sees Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. Do those tears come to us? No, because our heart is so thick. Uh, you know, they say thick-skinned. No effect on us even on by chanting. But ultimately, the process of devotional service that is there should reach a stage where become free of the anarthas. That day, definitely, when we see the Lord, we'll get tears from our eyes also. Like when we see a child, our own child, after many months or years, we feel that, isn't it? Same way we can feel with the Lord also. So this is what is called devotional service. So whenever this Rath Yatra used to take place, Mahaprabhu used to come back from Navadvip to Puri, and he used to perform these pastimes in Puri. He performed many pastimes in Puri. Two of those pastimes are, in one time, he King Prataparudra was there. There was a king who was ruling that place. He wanted to see the Lord. Lord refused. No, I can't see a king, because seeing a king is like seeing any materialistic person. So Shastras say that one should not associate with a materialist. So the Lord refused. No, I don't want to see him, because it's seeing. But somehow this king Prataparudra was also a great devotee of the Lord. Though the Lord knows, but he wanted to exhibit that one should not associate with a materialistic person. Then it was decided that Lord would see the king's son. First day he gave a prasad cloth to the to be sent to the king. King was very happy. He smelled the cloth and he started showing ecstatic symptoms. Then the king's son was given a darshan to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After that, King Prataparudra developed more in keenness to see the Lord. Then, at the time of when the Rath Yatra started, Lord would always have developed three kirtan groups. So he had a lot of associates, Nityananda Prabhu and all of them, Advaita Acharya, Gadadhar, they all would lead different groups of kirtan. So when this kirtan would start, there were seven kirtan groups, four in the front, two in the sides, and one in the back. This is seven kirtan groups were held. Imagine if 7 groups of Kirtan at a time like Rath Yatra. So, one time when this Kirtan was going on, the Lord manifested, expanded himself into 7 forms in all the 7 groups. And each one thought that the Lord is with me. Actually, the Lord was present in all the 7 groups. He expanded himself 7 groups. At one point, there is a place, it is still there today. The Rath stops. The Rath doesn't move. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu goes behind the Rath. He pushes the Rath with his head and the Rath starts moving. So this was one pastime that he used to do. And they used to see all the Lord in all the groups in the Kirtans. Then another pastime during, yeah, before the Rath starts, king, it's a ritual in Orissa. The king takes a broom and cleans the road because the Lord is going to pass. So there should not be any dirt. The king cleans the road just before the Rath starts. Even today, the practices continue. So Prataparudra actually picked up the broom and started cleaning the road before the Rath started. That is when Mahaprabhu saw that a great king like that is doing a menial service like cleaning the road. Then he said, yes, he's a devotee of the Lord. And the Lord accepted him as a disciple. In the sense that until then, Lord didn't want to see him also. But then when the Lord saw this, how he was doing a menial service, that pleased the Lord. What we should take from this is that many times, even when we come to the temple and all those things, we may feel washing the vessels is a very small, bad service, lowly service. Swimming, of course, ladies won't have any reluctance, but it's considered as a low class service. But in devotional service, whether you cook, whether you clean, whether you groom the room or wash the vessels, they all have the same potential, absolutely no difference at all. So one should never, uh, the service comes from the Lord. It is not that the Lord inspires us to do a particular service. Another pastime before I wind up, Lord had a very dear devotee called Kolvecha Sridhar. And this Kolvecha Sridhar, his sustenance was he used to make cups and plates out of banana leaves and he used to sell it. He would carry in his bicycle and go everywhere and sell this. Now, he would quote a particular price. Say, I don't know, those days Anas and Paisa was there. So if it was 10 paisa for some quantity, Nimai would go there and tell, I will give you 2 paisa. This way, there would be a long argument with both Nimai and this Kolvecha Sridhar. Finally, the Kolvecha would get fed up. You take it and go. You know, many times they go to the shop and bargain. Finally, the shopkeeper had no business. He should take it. This was a everyday pastime between Nimai and Kolvecha. It has been going on. And one day, Mahaprabhu performed this, what is called Mahaprakash Leela, while he revealed his forms. So that day, he told one of his associates, call that Kolvecha Sridhar. And he told Kolvecha, I want you to glorify. Kolvecha was an illiterate person. He doesn't know what to speak about the Lord. That day, the Lord made Saraswati Devi sit in his mouth and glorify. And he glorified the Lord. So nothing is impossible. So in one of the later pastimes, Mahaprabhu once went to Kolvecha Sridhar's house. There was a rusted pot. Iron, when it becomes rusted, it becomes black. There was a rusted pot in which some water was there. Kolecha was there. He didn't see. Mahaprabhu came. He straight away took that water and drank that water. The moment Kolvecha saw that, he said, I'm finished today. I have wanted the pot is rusted. The water is not worth drinking. How come this person is coming and drinking this in my house? He has spoiled my life, ruined my life. This way the pastimes are going on. So in this Mahaprakash Leela, when the Lord called for Kolvecha Sridhar, he said, I want you to take some benediction. Take some bone from me. Lord gave bones to many devotees in that Mahaprakash Leela pastime. So when he called for Kolvecha Sridhar, I said, what, you take some benediction from me. Kolvecha Sridhar said that I only want birth after birth, but I engage in selling these banana cups and you come and fight with me and quarrel. Let that quarrel be there life after life. That is all I want. I don't want That means he wanted to render that service to Mahaprabhu by selling, even by being a poor man. In fact, there are occasions where Mahaprabhu chastised, "You are such a lowly man. What income you are getting, how you are maintaining, I don't know." He said, "It is my karma. I am taking it." So this way, there would always be discussions between both Kolvecha and Mahaprabhu. So on that Mahaprakash Leela pastime, he said that, "But after that, I would prefer to be selling cups and you coming and bargaining with me." So Mahaprabhu also relished a lot of pastimes with his devotees. There are so many of them in so many places. Gundicha and all, Mahaprabhu used to clean so that when the Rath comes, the Lord stays there comfortably. He personally exhibited cleaning with a broom that Gundicha temple where the Lord goes, Jagannath goes and stays there to show that we also have to do that service. This way, there are many pastimes that took place. This, I think, I'll conclude. There is no time limit for all these things. The more we get time, we can discuss all these things. With this, I conclude some of the important ones, considering that you're all newcomers. Not newcomers, beginners. You have you have any questions, any comments, you can ask me. Yes.
Bit confusion. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was the incarnation of love, basically. And at the same time, same era, Jagannath Mahaprabhu also.
Yes.
At same time, through
Lord can expand 16,000, even millions of times. When the Lord appeared as Krishna, when he performed the Ras Leela, he expanded to 16,108 pounds. There is no limit for the Lord to perform. In fact, there is a lot of pastime between Lord Jagannath and Mahaprabhu himself. Mahaprabhu did not appear as an incarnation. He appeared as a servant of the Lord. He can do anything. After all, he is the Lord. So he appeared as Jagannath and he appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to serve Lord Jagannath. And in fact, if there are some pastimes of eating Mahaprabhu honoring prasadam from Jagannath, wonderful pastimes. So Lord is honoring his own prasadam. There was a person called Amoga. He saw the Lord eating and he thought, Lord is eating so much, and finally he felt sick. So one should not find fault with somebody while eating. These are all lessons, so many lessons. Is it clear? Yes. Anybody else? Any other question? Yes, Paul.
So you said the Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Mahaprabhu was predominated. Which they came before?
No. Mahaprabhu is predominator. Advaita Acharya and Nityananda Prabhu are predominated. They serve the Supreme Lord who is predominator. Clear. Maybe some words. Anybody else?
Gangadas is incarnation. Gangadas.
Sandipani Muni. Sandipani Muni. Yes,
How do the guys know that he is Mahaprabhu?
there are a lot of descriptions given in many shastras. In Bhagavatam itself, there is a sloka that's 11th canto says that Krishna Varnam Chitra Krishnam Sangopangasya Partsanam Yajnaisaram Kirtanpa Yajanti Sumedasa. There is a quote in Mahabharata. Yeah. There is a quote in other scriptures, Puranas also. And the Lord has declared, He revealed His form itself to many of His incarnations. Anybody else? Mataji side? All clear? Okay, very good. From those who are sitting in the far end, any questions, comments?
Prabhu, Prabhu, you told that Lord Shiva and other god, form of demigod.
Yes.
What meaning of demigod?
Okay, good question. Demigods are all demi. The word means demi means they are not God. So the Lord has God. Lord doesn't do anything on his own. He enjoys pastimes with his associates like Balaram, Radharani, etc. The Lord manages the entire creation through these demigods. For example, Agni, fire god, Vayu is air. So all these departments are managed by different demigods.
You told there is only one god, Lord Krishna.
Yeah.
Other gods like Lord Shiva.
There is no God. They are all called demigods. Demigods because they all assist the Supreme Lord in managing the whole material creation. Even our eyes are managed by a demigod. If they permit, you can see. Our ears, they are managed by a demigod. Like that, every part of the universe, including us, is controlled by a demigod. There are 33 crore demigods. We don't know most of them. We know from the scriptures Brahma as a creator, Shiva as a destroyer, but we don't know most of them. Maybe Agni, Vayu, and all you might have heard. There are 33 crore demigods who are managing the entire material affairs, with each one handling a different thing. Like in a company, you have finance, personal department, marketing department, like that. This universe is maintained through the demigod.
One more confusion.
Yes, yes.
We are reading the Bhagavad Gita. Uh, Something different thing is written. We are sometimes reading Shiv Puran. They are describing some other thing that only Lord Shiva is there, and from that everything has been created like.
Okay.
So in other this books, different things has been written. So to whom we should believe?
Okay.
Or like,
I'll answer your question. There are 18 Upapuranas.
yes.
Upapuranas, Shiva Purana, Narada Purana, this, that, no. Now, anybody who tries, for an outsider, if he tries to read these Puranas, nobody will understand. Even Bhagavatam, if you take, you cannot understand if you try to read it on your own. You have to read it and understand from the association of devotees. That is the only way. Now, if you see amongst the citizens also, people, some are intelligent class, some are average, some are low class. Whatever you say, they will not be able to follow. So, to those low class people, Lord Shiva is given as a demigod. If you see most of the Shiva's worshippers, they drink, do ganja, smoke, all these things. They are generally considered low class people. If you go and tell them, observe four regulative principles, don't drink, eat meat, and all, they cannot accept it. So, the Lord gives a way for everyone to ascend. Today, they may be followers of Lord Shiva by understanding Shiva Purana. But gradually, when it comes, they all have to come back to one Purana, that is Bhagavatam. That is the topmost Purana that is described in Srimad Bhagavatam itself. There is no better scripture than Srimad Bhagavatam. Some who are very fortunate who get the association of devotees, they get that. Don't think that today you have come to hear. Somewhere, some Sukriti you have done in the previous birth also. Not everybody has got that. Devotional service is such, it gets carried forward birth after birth after birth. It doesn't stop. Supposing if you have done a PhD in this birth, if your career doesn't, if your quality does not, or rather after a PhD, if you are misusing it, in the next birth your PhD is gone. You may not become you may be even an illiterate person. But on the other hand, devotional service is such, what you are hearing today gets carried birth after birth until you reach that 100%. That is the difference between both. So those who are uneducated, those who are illiterate, those who are not only from the material qualification, there are many who are different classes of citizens. Some who may be slightly better, they may take up to worship of Ganesha. They know something more than what the followers of Lord Shiva are. So different classes of worshippers, Lord have given facilities for everybody. So that some time or the other, they also get lifted. So this not this birth, after two births, they will associate, because after all these demigods are who? Devotees of the Lord. Demigods don't consider themselves as God. They are all devotees of the Lord. So if one goes to the demigod with the right understanding, the demigod will guide you to Lord Krishna. That's how it works. So Puranas are given different Puranas for different classes of people. But Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam are at the top of all the literatures. Even Bhagavad Gita, there are so many versions. You might read some other version and get confused. Dr. Radhakrishna, he wrote his commentary. Now, what he knows about religion? Maybe a president. Can you ask your president today to write a commentary on Bhagavad Gita? So Radhakrishna also gave a commentary saying that Lord doesn't have a form. So this is wrong. Now, people who read those, they get misguided. So you must take the right scripture Sit with the right people to understand these intricacies. Yeah. Anybody else? Prabhu from that crowd, anybody?
Hare Krishna. Anybody from
We have finished the class. Any questions,
anybody
comments?
has questions from your group? है?
किसी को सवाल पूछना है पूछ सकता है 1-2 मिनट के लिए.
तब वो हिंदी में आंसर करेगा.
कोशिश करूंगा. हाँ? They are confusing the question. क्या confusion है question में? प्रश्न में क्या confusion है? हाँ. माता जी पूछ रहे हैं सवाल. शास्त्र के हिसाब से भगवान एक ही है. एंड वर्शिपेबल लॉर्ड, हाउ डू एक्सप्लेन? एक ही भगवान को हम आराधना कर सकते हैं. भगवान एक ही है. बाकी उपदेवता डेमिगॉड जो है हम लोग उपदेवता बोलते हैं. ये उपदेवता भगवान को मदद करते हैं ये पृथ्वी चलाने के लिए. जैसे वायु है, हवा है, अग्नि है, ये सब एक-एक उपदेवता है. ऐसा शिवा भी जो है, उनका दूसरा ये है वैष्णवानाम यथा शंभो. उस वैष्णव में सबसे बड़ा वैष्णव शिवा है. वो भगवान को आराधना करता है. तो शास्त्र अगर में जो दिया है हम समझ में आएगा, तो हमको मालूम पड़ेगा कि भगवान शिव भी कृष्ण का आराधना करते हैं. लेकिन जिसको मालूम नहीं है, वो क्या करेगा? शिवा को आराधना करेगा. तो शिवा जो है सबको कई किस्म के लोग हैं. तो शिवा के जो भक्त लोग हैं, आप देखा होगा गांजा कहते हैं, गांजा पीते हैं, गांजा करते हैं ना. तो जो नीच लोग के हैं उनको कैसा उद्धार करें इस दुनिया से. तो शिवा उनको भक्त बनाता है. और एक जन्म में आएगा कि वो शिवा का भक्त बनने से एक जन्म में भगवान कृष्ण का भी भक्त बनेगा. भगवान शिवा अपने आप को भगवान नहीं मानता. अपना भक्त को वो रास्ते में दिखाता है. तो ये जन्म नहीं तो किसी भी जन्म में भगवान शिवा भी भगवान कृष्ण के पास ही लेके जाएगा. तो क्यों हम लंबा रास्ता निकालें? हाँ, लिफ्ट दिया है, सीढ़ी में चढ़ने का रास्ता दिया है. तो लिफ्ट में जाओ, सीढ़ी में घूमने का जरूरत क्या है? घूमने से भी ऊपर एक ही मंजिल है. मंजिल अलग अलग नहीं है. मंजिल नो. हाँ, समझ में आ गया? अब आप देखेंगे रामेश्वरम में भगवान राम जाके शिवलिंग को आराधना किया. वो इसलिए बताया है कि भगवान भी विष्णु को आराधना करता है. भगवान समझ के आराधना नहीं करता है. 11 कंद श्रीमद् भागवतम में बताया है. भगवान बोलते हैं मेरा कुछ भी नहीं है. जो भी है ऐश्वर्य है वो है मेरे भक्त का है. तो भगवान शास्त्र में बताता है कि आप उनको भक्त के हिसाब से आराधना करना है. समझ गए? तो भगवान राम जो है शिव को भगवान समझ के आराधना नहीं करता है. भगवान भक्त का रूप में उसको आराधना करता है. समझ गया?
कृष्ण नारदा को भी वर्शिप किया है.
हाँ, कृष्णा को जरूरत क्या है? सुदामा आया तो उसका पैर धोने के लिए. सुदामा गया तो भगवान ने उसका पैर धोया कि नहीं? तो भगवान जो है भक्त को ऊंचा स्थान में रखता है. ऐसा है. सही समझ वही है. अभी भी शंका है माता जी?
One more purpose.
यस हो गई. यस हो.
Lord Krishna, Rama, like so many incarnations,
Yes.
all are incarnation of Lord
Krishna.
Vishnu.
No,
So that's why, like,
no, it's wrong. It is wrong.
So
Gender,
Krishna are same.
they're all same, but all incarnations come from Krishna. The expansion takes place like this. आपका मन भी तो इसमें क्लियर हो जाएगा। प्रभु पूछते हैं विष्णु से सभी अवतार आते हैं। बाहर के लोग यही समझते हैं, लेकिन सही में किस तरह भगवान अपने आप को एक्सपेंशन व्हाट यू कॉल
विस्तार विस्तार
विस्तार करते हैं। शास्त्र के हिसाब से भगवान पहले कृष्णा से बलराम के रूप में आते हैं, विस्तार करते हैं। बलराम से फिर वो चतुर्युग में चतुर्व्यूह रूप में आते हैं। वासुदेवा, संकर्षणा, प्रद्युम्ना और अनिरुद्धा। समझ गए? वो संकर्षणा से भगवान फिर चतुर्व्यूह में आते हैं। वासुदेवा, संकर्षणा, प्रद्युम्ना और अनिरुद्धा। और दूसरा संकर्षणा से भगवान फिर विस्तार करते हैं इस भौतिक लोक के लिए। श्री महाविष्णु, वो आपने देखा होगा ना, वो भगवान लेटे हैं गर्भा नदी में। तो भगवान कारण कारण पहले भगवान विस्तार करते हैं कारणानवसायी विष्णु या कारणोदकसाई विष्णु, दोनों नाम है। कारणोनवसायी विष्णु, कारणोदकसाई विष्णु। उसमें से फिर भगवान फिर विस्तार करते हैं गर्भोदकसाई विष्णु, श्री महाविष्णु, नहीं तो कारणानवसाय विष्णु। उसमें से दूसरा विस्तार होता है गर्भोदकसाई विष्णु। गर्भोदकसाई विष्णु मतलब भगवान हर ब्रह्मांड ब्रह्मांड के अंदर, हमारे यहाँ आत्मा है ना, उसी तरह भगवान परमात्मा रूप में एक एक ब्रह्मांड में जाते हैं गर्भोदकसाई विष्णु विष्णु के रूप में। उसमें से फिर भगवान विस्तार करते हैं क्षीरोदकसाई विष्णु। हमारे अंदर परमात्मा है, सबके अंदर परमात्मा है। तो भगवान ये तीसरा विस्तार में परमात्मा रूप में आता है। तो कैसे विष्णु से इनकारनेशन आता है, कृष्णा से सभी भागवत में कहा है एते चाम सकला पुंसा कृष्णस्तु भगवान स्वयं। सभी जो है ये आपको भागवत में दिया है, चैतन्य चरितामृता में दिया है। ये सब पढ़ने से समझ में आएगा। बाहर वालों ने पढ़ा नहीं है। अभी साउथ इंडिया में सबका मन में यही है कि विष्णु और भगवान, भगवान एक ही है। विष्णु के रूप में और कृष्णा में कोई अंतर नहीं है, लेकिन ओरिजिनल भगवान जो है कृष्णा ही है। उसी से सब अवतार आते हैं।
लेकिन वो जैसे जन्म कृष्णा जी का द्वापर युग में है, राम जी का त्रेता युग में, उससे पहले भी सतयुग में भी विष्णु जी का बहुत सारा कहानी है।
हाँ हाँ,
तो जैसे कृष्णा जी का तो द्वापर युग में हुआ ना, उससे पहले ही हम लोग विष्णु जी के बारे में देखे हैं
जो
कि
भी युगा हो, किसी भी रूप में आज भगवान आता हो, भगवान एक ही है। अवतार लेते हैं, बाकी सब अवतार ही है। अवतार एक ही है। व्हाट यू कॉल, देयर इज ओनली वन।
अवतारी
हाँ, बाकी सब अवतार है। कोई भी युग में हो, दूसरा रूप में आएंगे भगवान, दूसरा अवतार में, लेकिन भगवान एक ही है कृष्ण।
अगेन अगेन द्वापर के बाद कली आएगा, कलयुग के बाद सतयुग
सत्ययुग का फिर आएगा।
सतयुग फिर द्वापर के बाद आया ना।
लेकिन पहला कौन सा स्टार्टिंग है?
सत्ययुग का पहला।
सतयुग का तो कुछ ही ये हम लोग
दिस इज सर्किल,
हाँ
तो उससे पहले फिर द्वापर था।
सत्ययुग पहले आता है, त्रेता युग बाद में आता है, द्वापर आता है, कलयुग आता है। तो एक एक अवतार युगा में भगवान सभी रूप में अवतार में सभी युगा में कृष्णा के रूप में नहीं आता है, अलग अलग अवतार में।
यानी वो पुनर्जन्म ही जैसा है,
हैं?
पुनर्जन्म जैसा हो गया।
भगवान को जन्म नहीं, मृत्यु नहीं है।
पुनर्अवतार बोलो।
हाँ, अवतार बोलो, अवतार बोलो।
पहले जन्म में कृष्ण थे, बाद में राम आए, ऐसे ही।
अलग अलग इसमें अलग अलग अवतार में आते हैं, लेकिन किसी भी अवतार में जन्म नहीं है, मृत्यु भी नहीं है भगवान। शक्ति आवेश अवतार भी है, परशुराम जो है शक्ति आवेश अवतार है वैसे। ठीक है। Anybody else?